Hello, everybody. Just want to give everyone in our district a heads up on the important topic of districts tournament. The purpose of the district tournament is the national qualifier for our district, GDSDA, the Golden Desert District. This typically happens over two separate weeks, one in March, one in April, and we have a week where we are just doing this debate events and a week where we're just doing the speech events. The awards aren't announced. The individuals that are going to nationals won't be announced until the end of the second tournament. Students may only compete at nationals in a single event, even if they qualify in multiple events. The cost is typically about $10. Now, a few things to know about the requirements for the district's tournament. Your participants that are competing must have 25 points in their NSDA account. So it's very important that you've been tracking their points throughout the year. The number of points that your team has accrued will also impact how many students that you can send in different events. Make sure that you complete the preference checklist in Tab Room. For students that are competing in more than one event, typically they're allowed to compete in two. There's a few exceptions to that, including Congress, so House specifically, and of course, World Schools. So of the two or three events that they register for, which one, if they qualify in more than one, will they be going for? Because they cannot compete in two events at the national tournament this year in Arizona. The school entry limitations are based on how much your team has competed throughout the year. There's an entire algorithm in Tab Room. So you look at the power and strength for events. Typically, you will be allowed to put two students into a single event, sometimes more if you've been competing in that. You might have really focused on Lincoln Douglas or dramatic interp. So you may have more slots in different areas depending. The more extensively that you compete throughout the year, the more points have been accrued, the more slots you have available for your tournament. It is really important to our district that everyone, if possible, participates in the district's tournament for a few reasons. First, NSDA has requirements for the number of students that we as a district get to send to nationals, because we are creating a single team for Golden Desert. From all of the schools, the individuals that qualify, we're making a collaboration, a single team. And some of the restrictions that we have in events, we need multiple schools from multiple areas and as many people as possible in the events, which dictates how many students we can actually send to nationals. And in some cases, it's the difference between an entire student going if we have two or three more students in an event like Lincoln Douglas or dramatic interp. So to build the best team possible with the most opportunities, it's critical we have all of the schools possible entering as many students as we can to participate, whether their intention is to go to nationals or not. It's an excellent way to gain experience as well as help the district as a whole. If students don't qualify at the district tournament in order to go to nationals, it's important to mention that there are also a few alternative routes to nationals. There will be a last chance qualifier, which is an online tournament at the very end of April, usually. And again, World Schools, which is a wonderful team run by Miss Roos. She is one of the district chairs for the nation. So again, as they are creating a World Schools team, that's through application only, but students will also have to compete and participate in at least one other event. A very small opportunity that also exists is the American Legion. The American Legion speaker competition. If a student was to win the state and then go on to the national competition and win the national competition, which is unlikely but available, the national champion of the American Legion does have the opportunity to enter it at the national level, either through oratory or through extemporaneous speaking. With that, if you have any questions, please reach out to committee members. We are very excited to have you guys in our district, and we hope that this explanation helps out with what is one of the most, if not the most important tournament of our year. Thank you guys, and I'll see you soon.